Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the Malkavian run. Now, we've already decided on our Malkavian, Alice here. Say hello, Alice, do some spinning or something. And what we haven't decided on, however, is the stat sheet. Or have we? Because the votes have been in, and this is what we ended up with. This is the closest I could get it to what you guys voted for, which was basically trying to get me killed, by the way. Nice stealth vote there. Cheers, guys. Seduction, I like it, rather than having a brawl or dodge. That's some good stuff, yeah. So, what we these are the stats we've ended up with. Now, which means we are sort of acceptable at range combat and have decent, sort of acceptable defense to start with. We are terrible at lockpicking. We are reasonably terrible at sneaking. We have a decent hacking skill. We have an incredibly good inspection skill, which the Malkavians get a bonus to anyway. We have a lousy research skill. We can haggle, meh. We can't intimidate anybody. We can't persuade anybody. We can sort of possibly seduce really terrible people, and we can't take much damage. But that's not too bad. But on the plus side, we can dement people with mass hallucination. I think that sounds pretty cool to me. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you the intro again. Now, for those of you who saw the last LP, you may not want to watch this. You might want to skip to, like, I don't know, give it 6-7 minutes in. But for those of you who haven't seen it, you know.
I want to show you something.
Is it your penis? All this looks very unsettling. I like to think I sleep in those clothes. I think he was just trying to cop a feel.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
The Prince's real superpower is to sort of play around with your speakers and make it sound like he's coming out of both at the same time. Weird. No, seriously.
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
There's something about Vampire that is one of the most janky awkward looking games I've ever seen, but it's just, it's quite endearing in a way, you know? It's kind of cute in a oddly buggy fashion. I do find it funny that... Oh,
tragic.
I'm sorry,
My
Kent.
apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric
Look at
of our
that
centuries
ponytail.
old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica.
Jesus.
There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
I was half expecting us to take off then. It's like a helicopter. It just flies off into the sky. Oh, that's far too funny. Goodness me. Alright.
What a scene, man. Woo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, you know, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Now, this is where the Malkavian stuff comes in, whereas, like I said before, if you've never seen this before, this rare stuff might not make sense. The Reign of Ages plots again to wash away Revelation.
What? Oh, man. And you're a goddamn Malkavian, too. Wow. You really are fucked.
Who is this dark demon I see before me?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, look at these options. I shall undertake your dark tutelage. Break down for me the bare bones basics. I didn't understand the play they gave. I need no guide in this dark class. Leave me. And these are the options you get. Obviously saying I want to do tutorial. I want to kind of have the tutorial, but not all of it. You know, stuff like this. It's pretty fantastic. I like it a lot.
All right.
Alright.
Why don't we, step out back here?
I am where I am, and that's not in the theatre of death.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
About what beverage do you babble? My mind doesn't seem to remember. Wobbly are the walls of my mind.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Oh, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, plus your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Sweet like a prom date?
Down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
How do I do this dread deed, Jack?
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Yeah, you can see that the answers are kind of strange. And that's what makes this so, like, this just the role-playing side of it makes it so different, I guess. But just, for general funsies is how insane you are to begin with. You'll see. Will he then carry this curse in his veins?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to train him dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
Alright, gotcha. Alright, this is just the stuff we know. Now, for some reason the game is running like complete ass. I need to fix this, so you'll have to excuse me a second. Alright, weird recording stuff fixed. Let's get cracking. By cracking, I mean draining this guy. So, as always, draining with a guy is pushing a simple button. Hello, how are you? Apparently there's lots of people talking. It's very loud here. Apparently... The phone lines are wiggling. I didn't know if that happened before. Excuse me, need to chop on you. Nom 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 nom. He doesn't even say anything. I always found this kind of strange. He just like gets approached by like a bizarre looking lady in an alleyway. Doesn't say a word, it's fine. I've never noticed the things wiggling like that before. And what if that's a mouth thing? Anyway.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
So spooky. And when do I choose the colour of my cape?
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass,
I wanna be
feel better
Dracula.
than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Let me guess. It's the arms. I have big burly arms.
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still the chance of immortality is not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
My life will go on forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic is worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A stake? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch the sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Like a bad sunburn.
Okay, now. The fuck is this? You get inside here and head upstairs.
Sure. Kind of noisy out here. I'm just gonna excuse myself.
What is this?
This, as again, is a tutorial area. You guys would have seen this before. There isn't anything new per se in this, but it's always worth doing, if you're playing along, by the way. It's always worth doing, simply because it always gets you a couple of XP and a load of really important items. One of which being this. Yeah, speaking of, because our inspection is so freakishly high, look, seriously, freakishly high, anything we want to pick up is sparkly like this. I like to call it Malk vision, because the Malks always seem to start with huge, How did you get in here?
Come down here. Stay away from the windows.
No, the windows, dear.
Oh, it's a Sabat raid. Sabat? They're, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
Where does the path lead? Or this
The
path?
Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince.
Well, the new prince is a jackass. Tell me of the Jester Prince. The Malks have this, like, whole, they might be nuts, but they kind of know stuff.
Time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive.
If that makes sense. Probably doesn't.
Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
If not the sword?
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
Again, check out the jank. I love this. The guy just glitches into the corner. It's so beautifully animated. Probably didn't get any XP for those dudes. Just as well we went in the alleyway.
Sabat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch
Gotcha.
out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
I am absolutely fantastic at getting... I shall invade this orifice. Yeah, so we all know about the quest log and stuff. Right, we need to get in here. So, yes, I know. In case anyone's curious, it's just about lockpicking. Now, we might not have enough to get us in. I think we do for this one. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Yoink. We are terrible at lockpicking. We're gonna have to fix that sharpish. If I could break the window, why couldn't I just come in with you?
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
My halo was terribly tarnished.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
What, to get turned to dust in an alleyway? Why need we hide our nature? I love the fact that all the text is like wonky as well, isn't it good?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
My eyes are beginning to open. Also, plus, there wasn't any YouTube around at this point, so, you know.
Keep our secret secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
My mind is beginning to cloud. Shine a light and explain.
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Ah, or these Camarillas are my comrades. Nah, even we're crazy, but we're not that crazy.
Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area. You know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Paint me a picture, Jack.
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I shall seek this key. Now, yeah, this is explaining about the combat areas. Again, if you've seen this before, this is old hat, but I will quickly explain this for anyone who hasn't seen this. The thing in the top left corner here is pointed to with a big fat arrow. It is quite right. The gun is a combat area, means we can do pretty much anything. The mask, or shows the masquerade, which means we, you know, don't act like a dick in public. And the Elysium means we can't do diddly squat. Okay, in masquerade areas, breaking blah blah. So yeah, we have masquerade points, and if we stuff that up, then we get wrecked. And now, this is the kind of basic tutorial area for the game. And again, I apologize for anyone who's seen the first playthrough. I'm just doing this for the benefit of those who haven't. There's always clues and things to get you around. We need to get into the safe. The safe is currently locked. Now, there is a clue. There's the password for the computer. Now, we can actually hack the computer, and I'll show you how that works. So I have to type in safe. Now, we know that the password is chop shop. Oops, chop shop. That'll get us in. However, if I skip that, and I go safe... Oh, it now works. That's annoying. I'll show you on another one. Anyway, should we type in unlock? It's fine. So, that now gets us into the safe. We will take that. Thank you very much.
There we go. Now take that keycard and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Gotcha. And I'm almost convinced those things are not wobbling. I'm not that insane. I'll do this deed, Jack. Don't worry. Yeah, the eye gives us our inventory, which currently doesn't have a look like much. You know how it is. Right. Now... Again, it's just janky. Look at the animation. Whee! Whee! You only clip halfway through the wall. It's endearing.